Welcome to Vskills YouTube channel. In this video, you will learn about the top interview questions for Big Data and Apache Hadoop. So, let's get started. Question number 1. Explain Big Data and its characteristics. The answer is, Big Data is basically a huge amount of data that exceeds the processing capacity of the conventional database systems and needs a special parallel processing mechanism. The characteristics of Big Data are volume, velocity, variety, value and veracity. Question number 2. What is Hadoop and list its components? The answer is, Hadoop refers to an open-source framework that is used for storing large datasets and running applications across the clusters of commodity hardware. The core components of Hadoop are storage unit, HDFS, and processing framework, YARN. Question number 3. What are the Hadoop daemons? The answer is, in general, the daemon refers to just a process that runs in the background. Hadoop consists of 5 such daemons, namely, 1. Name node, 2. Secondary name node, 3. Data node, 4. Job tracker, and 5. Task tracker. Question number 4. What is AVRO serialization in Hadoop? The answer is, AVRO serialization is generally the process of translating objects or data structures state into binary or textual form. It can be defined as a language-independent schema. It also offers AVRO mapper and AVRO reducer for running MapReduce programs. Question number 5. What is YARN? The answer is, YARN stands for Yet Another Resource Negotiator. This is one of the major components of Hadoop and is responsible for managing resources for the different applications operating in a Hadoop cluster. Moreover, it schedules tasks on various cluster nodes. Question number 6. What are the features of HDFS? The answer is, the features of HDFS include supporting storage of very large datasets, writing once-read many-access model, streaming data access, replication with the use of commodity hardware, high fault tolerance and distributed storage. Question number 7. How can you skip the bad records in Hadoop? The answer is, well, Hadoop has a feature called Skip Bad Records class that enables skipping bad records while processing mapping inputs. Question number 8. Why can't we perform aggregation in Mapper and need the reducer for this? The answer is, well, we cannot perform aggregation in Mapper because sorting doesn't occur in the Mapper function. Sorting occurs on the reducer side only, and without sorting, aggregation cannot be done. Moreover, if one tries to aggregate data at Mapper, it needs communication between all Mapper functions which may be running on different machines. Therefore, it will consume high network bandwidth and might cause network bottlenecking. Question number 9. Explain HDFS. The answer is, HDFS stands for Hadoop Distributed File System, which is the primary data storage unit of Hadoop. It stores different types of data as blocks in a distributed environment and follows master and slave topology. Question number 10. What services are provided by Zookeeper? The answer is, first, maintaining configuration information, second, providing distributed synchronization, third, providing group services. Question number 11. What are the main configuration parameters in a MapReduce program? The answer is, the main configuration parameters needed by users to specify in MapReduce framework include jobs input locations in the distributed file system, input format of data, output format of data, jobs output location in the distributed file system, class including the reduce function, jar file including the mapper, reducer and driver classes and classes containing the map function. Question number 12. How do reducers communicate with each other? The answer is, the MapReduce programming model doesn't allow reducers to communicate with each other. Hence, reducers run in isolation. Question number 13. Explain distributed cache in a MapReduce framework. The answer is, distributed cache is a facility offered by the MapReduce framework in order to cache files required by applications. Once one has cached a file for the job, Hadoop framework makes it available on each and every data nodes where the map or reduce tasks are running. Then, one can access the cache file as a local file in the mapper or reducer job. Question number 14. What is split? The answer is, fixed size pieces of a MapReduce job is called split. Question number 15. What does a MapReduce Partitioner do? The answer is, the role of MapReduce Partitioner is to ensure that all the values of a single key go to the same reducer, hence, allowing even distribution of the map output over the reducers. Further, it redirects the mapper output to the reducer by determining the reducer responsible for that particular key. Question number 16. What is the purpose of record reader in Hadoop? The answer is, the input split refers to a slice of work, but doesn't describe the way to access it. The record reader class loads the data from its source and then converts it into pairs suitable for reading by the mapper task. Question number 17. Explain how Job Tracker schedules a task. The answer is, well, the task tracker sends out heartbeat messages to Job Tracker, generally every few minutes so as to ensure that Job Tracker is active. This message also informs Job Tracker about the number of available slots, so that the Job Tracker can stay up to date, wherein the cluster work can be delegated. Question number 18. What are the benefits of Apache Pig over MapReduce? The answer is, the Apache Pig is a platform used for the analysis of large datasets representing them as data flows developed by Yahoo. It is designed to give an abstraction over MapReduce, decreasing the complexities of writing a MapReduce program. Question number 19. What is a combiner? The answer is, a combiner is basically a mini reducer responsible for performing the local reduce task. It receives the input from the mapper on a specific node and sends the output to the reducer. Subsequently, combiners help in improving the efficiency of MapReduce by decreasing the quantum of data that is needed to be sent to the reducers. Question number 20. What do you know about sequence file input format? The answer is, the sequence file input format is an input format for reading within the sequence files. It is a particular compressed binary file format optimized for passing the data between the outputs of one MapReduce job to the input of some other MapReduce job. Question number 21. What is a UDF? The answer is, we can programmatically create UDF, that is, user-defined functions, UDF, if some functions are unavailable in built-in operators so as to bring those functionalities using other languages such as Java, Python, Ruby, etc. and embedded in script file. Question number 22. What does a container consist of? The answer is, a container contains of a collection of resources, like CPU, RAM, and network bandwidth. Also, it lets the applications use a predefined number of resources. Question number 23. What do you mean by WAL in base? The answer is, WAL refers to write-ahead log. This file is attached to each region server that is present inside the distributed environment. Also, it stores the new data which is yet to be kept in permanent storage. Frequently, WAL is used to recover datasets in case of any failure. Question number 24. What are the different relational operations in Pig-Latin you worked with? The answer is, the various relational operators are distinct for each order by group, filters, limit, join. Question number 25. Mention two differences between Flume and Scoop. The answer is, there are several differences between Scoop and Flume such as loading data is event-driven in Flume but not in Scoop. It takes data from multiple sources, flows into HDFS, takes data from RDBMS, imports it into HDFS, and exports it back to RDBMS, whereas, in Flume, it takes data from multiple sources, flows into HDFS. Question number 26. What are the components of the architecture of Hive? The answer is, the components of the architecture of Hive are 1. User interface, 2. Metastore, 3. Compiler, 4. Execution engine. Question number 27. Can we have more than one resource manager in a yarn-based cluster? The answer is, yes. Hadoop version 2 enables us to have more than one resource manager. We can have a high availability yarn cluster, where one can have an active resource manager and a standby resource manager, where the zookeeper handles the coordination. Question number 28. What is speculative execution in Hadoop? The answer is, well, there are several reasons for the slow performance of tasks, which are sometimes not easy to detect. So, instead of identifying and fixing the slow-running tasks, Hadoop tries to detect when the task runs slower than expected and then launches the equivalent tasks as backup. This backup mechanism in Hadoop is speculative execution. Question number 29, which process has replaced Job Tracker from MapReduce version 1? The answer is, Resource Manager has replaced Job Tracker from MapReduce version 1. Question number 30, what are the features of Hadoop version 2? The answer is, the primary features of Hadoop version 2 are, 1. Scalability, 2. Compatibility, 3. Resource utilization, 4. Multi-tenancy. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel.